Welcome to Riverbend Talon on WBGZ. Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
Another Thursday night in the Riverbend area. Thanks to my daughter for bringing us in there with her intro.
Thanks to Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance
For sponsoring this show, along with Halpin Music Company. Been a sponsor since dang near the first show.
Right.
So thanks so much to them, because without them, we wouldn't get to come in here and jackass around on the radio every week.
Recent message from Mark Landon saying it's a pleasure to sponsor Riverbend Talent.
That's so nice of him. He's such a nice guy.
Just in case he's tuning in, let's be nice for a minute.
Hi, Mark.
And then we'll slide into our debauchery. Well, I can't help but look at these big foamy things on these mics now.
Yeah,
they're new. I wanted to say condoms so bad.
Mic condoms. That's
right.
Good choice of words.
You know, HOOKies here, they might be offended.
HOOKiE monster.
I'm easily offended.
That's right. So our guests, we have multiple guests in the studio. We will, of course, be telling you what's happening around the Riverbend area and all the great music you can see. But we're catching up with my old friends HOOKiE. We got Graham Pagano and Mikey Lowenstein from the band HOOKiE. And joining us momentarily, he was taking a shower, so he's late, Jeff Bensman. We should have got Andy Bensman. Andy Bensman would be here already. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, at least he takes a shower, Pigpen.
Jeff's clean. Sounds like Jeff's going to be clean.
I was just trying to
There's
get
a
on
reason for his name, folks.
You think one fly on the hair's bad? I got them scouring around me all day. If only I wore hairspray, they would stick to me. But they don't. Anyway, no, Jeff Bensman. From, how many bands he in? Glendale Riders, Lady Luck.
I think we're just talking about
Hill
Glendale
Williams.
Riders.
But we're just mainly talking about Glendale. But he's in all those bands.
We should talk to him this time. Last time we just talked to him about Andy.
Well, I was trying to bring that joke back.
The good Bensman,
The good Bensman.
You got Mercedes Bensmans, you got good Bensmans.
Mercedes Bensman.
You got Jeff Bensman.
Oh, Lord, won't you
But
buy
that's
me?
probably why he's showering up. He's like, man, it didn't go well last time. Need to scrub down for this one.
I know he's listening on his way in. So, Jeff, just because you've got an older brother named Andy doesn't mean you're nothing. It just means you're the little brother. That's all. That's all it means.
And it means you're not here, so we're talking about you.
That's right. I'm going to talk much nicer when he's face to face.
Mikey Lowenstein, are you Irish?
Nordic.
Yeah. That's
It would be O. Lowenstein.
Mikey Lowenstein.
Oh, Mikey O. Lowenstein. He's a good boy.
I thought you were going to lead us off with a sea shanty, maybe.
Oh, there you go. Sorry. I was just thinking of the O. Lowenstein. Yeah, if you were Irish, you'd be a couple blocks down right after the show, drinking Irish whiskey and singing sea shanties at Morrison's Irish Pub. Every Thursday night, they get drunk on Irish whiskey and sing songs like, I don't know. I don't think I can. The few that the guy sang to me were all really dirty.
Did they do that I song?
Crazy Train?
No. No, but that's close.
Oh, man.
No, it's Dr. Dirt.
Oh, man.
He's like, I.
John Volpe? Long John
Volpe.
Yeah.
Sing me another verse just like the other verse.
Yeah, I know that.
That's a shanty, right? Sort of.
I'm a little... I'm a little dizzy.
Or
I'm a little dizzy from the Crazy Train comment. That made me laugh so hard I saw stars.
So pause.
All right.
We brought up Randy. Let's bring up Eddie.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Moment of silence for Eddie Van Halen. We have Graham Pagano here. So how's Eddie Van Halen fare in your world of guitar playing?
There's none bigger.
Thank you.
None.
Lowenstein, what are your thoughts on Eddie?
Well, I mean, obviously a icon. What else can you say, really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nobody thrashed better than that.
Well, yeah. For me, it was why I bought a guitar.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the Beatles are to a lot of people when they appeared on Ed Sullivan.
Yeah. So here I have two big questions in my mind since Eddie's departure. Number one, do I just go ahead and delete his phone number out of my phone book?
I'd call him.
Call one more time.
Make sure it's for real.
Call one more time.
I mean, this could be a ploy.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
A lot of people like to
time to get
disappear
out.
these days.
Well, we know for sure he answers the own phone at his studio. So,
Yeah. Well, you got Alex's number. You could call him and give your condolences.
I'm not deleting Alex's phone number.
You
but-
can promise that my first time dying will not be the last.
All right, right. Many
I'll be
deaths to come.
I'm going for disappearance.
My next big question, post Eddie Van Halen world is that 5150 amp sitting in my house worth more?
No.
I mean, I hate to be selfish, but I'm just curious.
Too soon, man.
Too soon?
Yeah,
It's been like 2 days.
Well, I'm
2
sure it
days.
was mass marketed too. So
But I got one of the Fender ones before PV bought it, so there's very few Fender
You have
ones
a
made.
Fender
Well,
5150?
Jeff Nelson does. I borrowed the Fender one. I have that the way Bash has a Vox, the exact same fashion. Jeff Nelson has these amps. We borrow them and just never give them back.
I gotta look for that. I don't know what happened to it.
You
I
know
might have
what?
sold
I mean,
it.
Eddie was.
I'm going to sell the 5150.
Did
if it's
you buy
worth
that
enough.
off me, Mikey?
No, sir.
No.
Do you want to buy a 5150? Because I got one for sale.
I have to take out a loan, but
I'll give you I'll give you $51 for it.
And 50 cents.
So Eddie was the man. He was I mean, we grew up. We went in our era. Mikey's a little younger than us, but how many times did you crank Van Halen? But
Right.
Jeez.
I heard somebody talk about Van Halen. They have the coolest logo. Not only it's the painted guitar, but their logo. How many
Right.
times did people draw that
all the
VH
time.
logo
VH,
in
yeah.
high school or middle school?
Yeah, what was great is I could spell VH. Leonard Skinner, I mess that up every time. There's all them
I
Y's
still
in
don't know how
there.
to spell Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true, but I saw a meme that said that when Dimebag left us.
Yes.
It was. You've heard this?
Yeah, probably, because I know
There
there's
was
a tie there.
certain guitar.
Yep.
That,
The Van Halen 2 guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
that's a major guitar.
And Eddie promised he was going to make a replica of it for him, and well, that never came to pass. Instead, he said an original deserves an original, and he had that original guitar buried with him. Mm-hmm. That says all right there.
For real.
To me.
Absolutely.
So I wonder if Dweezil Zappa's going to up the Hendrix guitar for this one. No, that wouldn't work with Eddie. He'd want probably an Eric Clapton guitar.
Maybe.
That'd be closer to his. Yeah.
So
He always said he never listened to Hendrix.
come on, man.
Well, actually, he was a drummer. He started a drummer, and Alex kicked him off the drums and made him play guitar.
Same thing
and-
with Vinnie Paul and Dimebag.
And he's still not happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
A recent interview I seen with him, he's still going on about how
Oh,
he
man.
wanted to be
They
a
could have
drummer.
been so much better.
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine?
I know a guy who got to live in Eddie Van Halen's studio. That's actually how I got the phone number to Eddie Van Halen's studio, is because Craig Gatz, a comedian, it's one of these weird situations where, so what you guys know Mitch Hepburg is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mitch Hepburg, Eddie Van Halen let Mitch stay in the studio. It's like kind of a house out there. It's got its own bathroom, its own little kitchenette, all that. So Mitch comes up needing a place to live. Eddie says, "You can stay in my place," right? Well, Craig Gatz, this guy who's one of the best, like since Don Rickles, the best, impersonator. He was on Howard Stern's show, would do like the Christopher Watkins voice and the Al Pacino voice all the time. He was friends with Mitch. And so he says, "Man, Mitch, I need a place to stay." And he goes, "You can stay with me," which he was living in Eddie Van Halen's studio. That's and they both said, I didn't get to talk to Mitch. I talked to Craig about it when me and him was out partying one night. And he said Eddie was an awesome dude. Like, he let him stay there, even though he didn't say he could stay there. Mitch did. He let him stay there, didn't kick him out, would come out and just throw down on the guitar. But every night, he said, within the same, about 11, 12 o'clock, Valerie Bertinelli would come out. "Are you coming to bed, Eddie?" And he said Eddie would always be like, "Oh, shut up." And then like 10 minutes later, he'd be like, "All right, guys, I guess I'm going to bed." I guess that doesn't stop at any level. I don't know. Man, Jeff Bensman just walked in the door. Speaking of talent, speaking of legends, Eddie Van Halen's got nothing on you. No,
Speaking of late,
Speaking of late.
oh man, daylight savings time gets me every time.
You know what, though? You smell delicious.
Right.
Do I?
You smell.
I do.
Irish spring.
Yeah.
Smell as fresh as a.
Yeah, German spring.
Do you know Mr. Mikey Lowenstein?
How's it going? I've seen you both around, and I know that we've
Yeah,
met at some
Bensman,
point.
there we
I've seen
go.
you guys here tonight, and I'm also glad that you were here to absorb some of the lateness.
They only ripped on you a little bit.
Oh, good. Well, I'm sure there's plenty more to come then. They're just getting warmed up.
We spoke so highly of Andy, though, that it offset the bad things we said about Jeff.
There you go.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's kind of, I'm used to it.
Been in his shadows a long time,
Yeah,
right?
no kidding. Yeah.
Just got to see him play last weekend. Oh, man.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where was he?
The VFW out there, Bushfest.
Oh, out there in Cottage Hills.
Cottage Hills VFW.
Yeah,
Yep,
okay.
Saturday night, Saturday evening. Got to see
Oh,
him.
that was the cold night.
Ew, well, Friday actually seemed colder, but it was wet Saturday, which made it.
Yeah, we played an outdoor wedding reception, and luckily we were under a tent. But when we were setting up, it was drizzling the whole time. And I guess it kind of quit by the time we started around 7 or something like that. But the weekend before was the time to be outside. I don't care what you were doing. It was awesome. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I do because we were outside then too. So,
Well, I know
Well,
this.
hopefully this weekend too. Is
Yeah.
good, 'cause-
yeah, no kidding. Are you guys playing outside?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so are we. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, everybody do the anti-rain dance.
It's the reverse rain dance. You do it backwards.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
There you go.
Well, Big Pen's used to doing everything
Yeah.
backwards.
It's
the dyslexia. It's all right though.
Selective dyslexia is what I've been told I have.
Sounds right.
So, well, that's you know what I thought. You guys are talking about the great weather. Sunday, when I actually had to go back to the VFW and finish tearing down, it was so beautiful. I'm like, why wasn't this like this yesterday when all these poor bands and musicians were out here?
Yeah, how was the turnout?
Friday was a really good turnout for a Friday because usually that's when you have a 2-day festival. That tends to be the smaller of the days. Saturday, it sort of trickled in, but about 6 o'clock, 6:37, it started really picking up.
Good.
Because the rain finally went away. So, but yeah, it was a good time. Bushfest is always a good time. That's like your guys' fourth time in a row playing it.
Yeah, that sounds.
Something like that.
Third,
you know,
maybe?
There,
third
yeah.
in a row. I think you've been to all of the ones at the VFW, so that would have been
Yeah.
3. Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna have to get Bensman, and I don't mean Andy, but Jeff out there next year
I played there way back when.
when you were in Channel 3.
No, John Scanlon was throwing something together with a bunch of people, and I became the guitar player for that gig. And I want to say it was at least 5 years ago. I don't know.
So that was probably on Humbert Road.
No, it was out there.
Was it out at the
It was out there,
VFW?
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That would have been probably the first one. They've only been out there for 4 years.
Okay, well, then 4 years ago.
Yeah.
We're
Awesome,
splitting
man.
the atom.
Yeah, we are. We can argue semantics all night.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I got at least an hour to hear it.
Right. So you guys, real quick, we had just started talking about the sea shanties. Bash tried to lead me into it with some Lowenstein talk that I didn't fall for.
Yeah.
Oh, Mikey Lowenstein, what a good boy he is. A good lad there.
The strange mix of Irish and Jewish.
Oy vey.
There we go.
Mikey Lowenstein, oy vey. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. Anyway, he was trying to lead me into giving you guys your Thursday night lineup because that stuff is already happening, and we got sidetracked with Eddie Van Halen talk. Hard to not pay homage to him, though. But anyway, real quick, open mic night with Jamie Dunn at the Raging Cajun. Blacktop Boulevard at Fast Eddie's Bon Air. Sean Garrett at Gino's 140 Club tonight. The Squeeze Box, 6 p.m. tonight at Dorsey Inn and our Prairie Inn in Dorsey. DJ George, 7 to 9 at George's local brew. Looks like the owner's just going to do it himself. I don't know. That would be awesome. DJ George, 7 to 9 at George's local brew. Go get you a dirty martini up there. Scott Marlin, 6:30 p.m. at Old Herald Brewery, and then somebody's at Deutz Village. And that's your Thursday night. If you're out and about, get out and do it because it's already 6:15. Some of that stuff's already going on. Business taken care of.
I thought it
Now,
was 7:15.
you see, that's why you're late. Are you time allotment challenged?
Who wants to know?
Not me, really. I'm asking,
Actually,
but
if
it's
you ask
just-
my wife, I get an F. Every time. Every time. I think I get a solid C-.
If your wife gives you an F every time you see her, is that a bad thing? What are we talking about again? Oh, well, failure. Okay, I'm sorry.
Time failure.
I'm sorry. I forgot what we were talking about there.
We could go in any direction.
Yeah.
We like Fs.
My brain is horrible. Anyway, the whole time change has not happened yet, brother.
Oh, it wasn't that then. It was the traffic. There, traffic, man.
Right.
Yeah,
traffic was terrible on Albee Street.
Suddenly he's John Belushi in the Blues Brothers. It was a hurricane, a terrible flood. My in-laws came in from out of
There
town.
were locusts.
I had a flat. It wasn't my fault. All right, anyway.
That's it.
Let me act out all my favorite scenes from that movie. No.
You did that well.
This is glue.
Take a couple hours.
So, what? Tell us about your big gig coming up with the Glendale Riders.
The big gig's going to be at the Prairie Inn up in Prairie Town, and it's going to be a little less large in the sense of the band because we're going to be doing acoustic without drums, what I mean. The drummer's wife has a birthday, and so he's got a commitment with that. So anyway, we're going to be
Stupid
5-piece instead of 6. Yeah, there they go. Back to them again. Valerie, his wife, my wife.
I had a nickel for every time Valerie Bertinelli teed me off. I got 25 cents. No, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So no drummer, acoustic.
No drummer is going to be
Glendale Rider show.
Acoustic Glendale Rider show. We've done them before, but we've always had Jim there to supply some sort of rhythm assistance.
Even if
percussion.
it was acoustic, you'd do some type of drum.
He usually brings. I mean, he won't not bring a drum set of some sort. And usually what his idea of acoustic is, he brings his jazz kit. So he's got a smaller kick and like one mounted tom and a little tiny floor tom and maybe one cymbal and a hi-hat.
I like his attitude. I like his attitude.
He does have one, yeah. You're right about that.
I like that. You know what? We're gonna
He's
be
my brother. I can say that.
We're gonna be acoustic, and I'm gonna bring a drum kit. Drums are acoustic. It's the only.
Then he wants to
thing
mic
that
him.
Right.
Then he wants to mic him.
Oh, now that's electric.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving right along, we're going to start somewhere in the vicinity of 5 to 6 o'clock or whenever we're ready.
And that's the Prairie Inn up in Dorsey, right?
No, it's at Prairie Town. Come on now.
Prairie Town. See,
No, it's not the Dorsey Inn, it's the Prairie Inn.
I just read about the Prairie Inn in Dorsey, so it messed me up. Squeezebox, that's who's playing there tonight.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if they have a Dorsey mailing address or something.
That's what I was
like
thinking.
that.
It's the same one, yeah.
They're both kind of one-horse towns, so it could be that they're under the same zip code. I don't know.
There's a horse?
I think they're both.
Yeah, they actually have a horse.
I think they're both half horse towns, and together.
Yeah, there you go.
They share the horse.
Yeah.
This stupid half horse town.
They just kind of run it back and forth between the two towns.
No, it's going to be up there doing a 3-hour show, 5 to 8, 6 to 9, whatever it is that we are,
There's the time.
See, there it is.
There is the time thing again. Yeah, that's right. Man, you picked right up on
Better show
that,
up
didn't
at 4.
This is why you're late.
We might start that night.
I guarantee earlier today he was like, "Oh, I got to be on the radio. It's 7, it's 8. I don't know. I'll be
Sometime
there."
about the time the sun goes down.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the musician in me. What time did you guys get out of bed today?
About
I'm still in
noon.
bed.
You're still in
I
bed,
practice
okay?
transcendence. We've been over this.
I was up early.
Yeah.
5.
About 5 a.m.? Okay, well, you got me beat.
All right.
You got me beat.
I like to get up around noon when the sun's nice and warm. It's easier to get out of bed. My bones aren't so crickety, and I'm not saying I get to. I'd say I like to. I like to. How early you got to roll out of bed? in the
Well,
morning?
I've had a project going on at my son's house, so we got up at, I guess I got out of bed about 6:30.
Yeah.
Do I like getting out of bed 6:30? Sometimes it doesn't bother me. I don't sleep real well, so
Yeah.
sometimes a couple of nights ago, I think I was up from 1:30 to 5 in the middle of the night. Should have called.
There you
I
go.
was wide awake, doing nothing, sitting on the couch playing my guitar, staring at South Park.
Is that a musician thing? I think all of us kind of I never sleep either.
Really?
Yeah, I'm always up doing some kind of project or something,
Yeah. I would choose to sleep if I could. I just don't do it consistently. I think, every 5th day or whatever it is, and my body just is like, I can't do this anymore. And then I finally get a full night's sleep.
I take medicine to help me sleep. I use a little RSO a couple times a week, and I get a good night's sleep in to reset me. And the rest of it, it's an up and down sort of thing. But I think sometimes it's like you wake up at 1 a.m. and 1:30 or 2, and you could go back to sleep, except for you've got 3 albums and 2 books and a Broadway show going on in your mind and you're working on.
That's right.
There's always so much work to
create.
Yeah, so and really, I don't know if it's this way for a lot of people, but I know it is for a lot of people I know. Those early morning wee hours are the most creative. For some reason,
Yeah, same here.
there's no distractions. The rest of the world is shut down.
No one's blowing up your phone.
Exactly. And I mean, because I'm on Tinder, mine's still, no, that's not true.
Swiping.
Yeah, swipe.
We went to the Tinder already.
Yeah,
Yeah, you brought this up.
I know. Anyway, that's because it seemed like a funny joke, and then when I said it, I'm like, right now my wife's like, no wonder he's up all night. She's gonna be looking at my phone, going, it's all sticky. No, so anyway, no, I really do think it is that way with a lot of creative, the musicians or writers in general, people, creative type painters. I was out on a 2 a.m. cruise down the river road a couple weeks ago, and we pulled into Grafton, and one of those first houses is all glass, and we saw a lady painting. She's 3 a.m. just painting away, and I'm like, it's not just musicians. I think, a lot of people, it's that like you
creativity.
Say, no, there's no all outer voices blocking you. You got time to think about it, and you're kind of in that weird mode because it's
No distractions too. Less distractions.
and
that was a vandalist, though. I mean,
Tagging buildings and graphic.
so
does that matter? That's still art.
Okay, it was me. I was tagging teddy bears.
I knew we were going to get to the bottom of this.
I was tagging teddy bears on all the houses down there. It was Elsa, and it was right inside Elsa. When you first turn in, there's a house. It's all. But anyway,
very cool.
I think this too. Like the human brain is a lot of people. When you get into talking psychedelics and stuff, the human brain is meant to slip in and out of different conscious levels. That's why we dream at night. If you watch a small child, when they wake up from a nap, they'll do their whole repertoire. They'll say, Dad, Mama. They'll go, because their brain's been processing things in a different consciousness. We all dream for a reason. And I think when you wake up in the middle of the night, you're still sort of in that other, your brain's still connected to that other realm a little bit.
Metaphysical,
so your mind's slightly more open to everything, maybe.
So now, are we talking about predetermined ideas here? Like,
all ideas.
it wasn't your idea. You just received it.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but there's oftentimes when I write, when I'll sit down and I'll have one idea, but as you put pen to paper, it doesn't stop until 4 pages later, and then you have to look back.
Those are the greatest moments, aren't they?
I never have those.
Really?
As soon as I try to put pen to paper or text to phone or whatever it is, all of a sudden, I guess I can't get my thoughts out fast enough. Is what it is, and so I guess it all funnels together and gets stopped up, and I'm just like, oh, hell with it.
I think that's with a lot of people. If you're not writing as fast as you can, your brain's moving so fast, your hand can't keep up, and then you have to stop and try and remember. And now that you've broke the stream of consciousness, all that thought that was coming, you just broke that. Now you're kind of like, I guess I got to make the rest up myself. Yeah. But if your hand could keep up with the mind, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Maybe soon. Musk is talking about putting things directly into the brain. Maybe.
Trackers.
Yeah, trackers.
I heard an interview. I want to say it was.
Are we boring you? I think he's yawning over here. I think we're boring.
I got up at 5 a.m. I was up at 5 a.m.
What does he want to talk? Botany?
He wants to talk
botany. Yeah, I'm a botanist.
You're a botanist?
No.
Okay. At what is the perfect humidity level and temperature to pop a mushroom? Then?
No, if you If your hand can't keep up with your brain, use a voice recorder and just record yourself singing, talking, humming a melody.
This is why you get the big bucks.
I hate to hear.
I have an app on my phone that it's just Voice Recorder Pro, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And I'll put words or hum a melody or whatever it is if I'm driving down the road into that. Do you guys use that?
Oh,
I use it all the time.
We have a couple songs were written that way. Driving a concrete truck and I just humming out stupid lines,
In the back of it always has the rhythm of the spinning barrel.
I actually recorded one. I wanted to use that sound. It was too loud.
Of course you did.
It was too loud.
Send it to me.
Mix it down.
We can work with that.
I'm sure the guy in Jackal was working one day cutting a chainsaw, and he's like, "Oh yeah."
The coolest sound is when they put those. They're massive pipes that they just jam down into the ground, and you just pour a ton of concrete in. It's for footings for big. You know? And it just makes
sound of the air
wild,
shoving out,
like molten lava sound. I've always wanted to capture that on it because it's all echoey too, because it's coming straight up a tube, and it's wild.
Right.
And I'm sitting there trying to get the sound with my phone. All these construction guys who are not musicians, they're like, "What is this guy? He's a driver. He needs to get the drug test right now."
You guys hear how cool this sounds? We hear it every day for 20 years.
They just don't get it.
It's the sound of money, son. Sound of money.
No kidding.
I'm with you. If I'm at work or anywhere, if the wind whistles right past me, I'm like, oh, why couldn't I have been recording that? But okay, so I've got this issue too. Since we're on this and we're just kind of talking here and pretending we're not on the radio but just talking. Do you guys ever have it where I can't talk about this, sorry. No.
He's going through all the gates.
You just can't quite perform the way you. No, I'm just.
I knew it was either going to be Tinder, sticky phone, something.
This is why Bash needs to be in front of the microphone.
Right, he keeps me from going from saying silly things. I don't know what he's doing back there.
So what were you going to say? Well, we're recording something or hear a sound or we're creating or...
it's all gone now. All I can think about is Bash sitting over there, and I think he said he backed away because there wasn't enough mics. I think he thought, this is the day. I'm just going to let him go off the rails, and everyone's going to know how stupid he really is.
It is Thursday.
Anyway, so I'm sorry. We keep getting way off track. You, Glendale, I got a lot of questions, man. No, actually, that was really neat to hear you guys talk about songwriting stuff to me. Because, you wonder sometimes, does everybody go through some of the same stuff, And you kind of figure we all do, but there's that one genius out there with a photographic memory that just remembers it all. Grumble.
Well, he's not here in this.
He's not here, I know, so you'll all live. No. So, Prairie Inn, October, what's the date on that? October 22nd? No,
it's the Saturday. I think it's the 10th.
Oh, the 10th. There you, I don't know. It's. I looked at.
He's got the date. He just doesn't know the time.
There it is. Yeah.
Right?
He's not sure of the time. He knows the date though.
Yes, it's there. You go.
There
it is. It is October 10th. I'm saying the wrong date. I'm like the way you're hourly challenged. I'm weekly challenged. I thought we were 2 weeks in advance. So.
I'm going to go with the 10th.
There we go. Yeah, it is the 10th.
5, 6 o'clock ish.
5, 6 o'clock.
And
now we're back to
whenever the last song plays, the last note of the last song.
Every time, all your gigs are ish.
Ish. That's right.
7:30.
Might be.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Around.
And then on the 12th you'll be playing with Hill Williams also. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And that's also at the Prairie Inn.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
See? You wouldn't have even made that show. You would have been home and they would have had to call you.
No, I just don't have my phone on me to verify, but I'm going to go with it.
I'm looking at it right here. According to cottonmouth.org, Hill Williams is playing 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Make it.
Yeah, that's right.
At the
6
Prairie.
I do have that one down.
And now I understand the HOOKiE HOOKiE monster. The HOOKiE show has been changed. It's not at Red Flag anymore. Is that correct?
No, we're not playing that show. No.
What is going on? Did they hear your CD and call you and say forget it?
Yes. Yes. You're never setting foot in this establishment ever.
Hey, you want me to call him and talk to him? I'll set them straight.
No, we're playing a benefit in St. Charles that day, Music to Their Ears, for the Care to Learn benefit. There's a construction company that sponsors this, and they put bands on every year. We played it last year with Rogers and Nienhaus, and someone else played before us. This year, I forgot the other bands playing.
Did you have to play before or after Rogers and
We
Nienhaus?
played before them.
Hey, I wouldn't want to go on after. That'd be
It was
tough.
already tough. We were already in a. We were following. Oh gosh, who was it? They were really good.
Oh yeah, that one band that was really good.
Lofty's Comet?
No, it was. I think they had a girl singer.
Lady Luck.
No, it wasn't Lady Luck. No. Anyways.
Anyway,
Really popular around the area.
right. I was just curious when you
Missouri
said
band?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
when you said Rogers and Nienhaus. I was just curious if you had to follow them, and I was going to ask how you felt about it because those guys they can
They're
sing.
phenomenal.
Yeah, they can sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're different than them. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
think we would've
totally
been-
different,
but
right,
yeah,
right,
if
totally
if I had to
different
follow
style.
them acoustically, I don't think I'd want to follow them
Yeah.
because they're like
Kevin Hand from Agents of the Free and Cricket and the Grilled Avocados. Agents of the Free went on right after Lofty's Comet Friday. And I don't know if you've seen Lofty's Comet
Oh, yeah,
yet,
I love
but
those.
they're all right. That's some kids that play some serious jazz.
I love that stuff.
Oh, yeah. When he broke out the sousaphone, the big jazz saxophone, I was like, that thing's huge. But anyway,
What are you talking?
Lofty's Comet.
I thought you were talking about Tinder again.
That thing was huge. It was scary.
He swiped.
Unswipe.
What you do?
No, they're cool.
No, Kevin Hand walked up to me as they were playing, and he said, "I don't want to go on after these guys." I'm like, I wouldn't. I'd be like, I'm sick. But yeah, that's so. You guys are playing instead of Red Flag. You're playing the benefit, and do you know what it's benefiting? Benefiting children in some way.
Benefit the Care to Learn Foundation. I think
There you
to make
go.
sure that kids have enough. Every day,
Learning.
hundreds of
Education.
kids go to school hungry without proper clothing, basic hygiene, and so it provides,
Basic hygiene.
it says they show up late for their radio interviews, and then
I got the hygiene thing covered, though, man. I'm good there.
it's the
remember?
Care to Learn,
there
to
you
benefit
go.
Care to Learn, sir. Health,
There you
hunger,
go.
and hygiene for school children.
Awesome.
So
And
That's a pretty big topic right now.
It is,
sponsored by
it is.
Rob Biddick Construction. You know Chuck.
Oh, there you go.
Chuck and Deb.
Yeah.
Chuck's boss, Rob's construction.
I've met
company.
Rob before.
Yes.
I believe
He was at.
I'll admit to this because I'm sure Rob's not listening. I believe on one morning, me and one Jennifer Nelson might have put profanities like in the frost of his window when he had spent the night at Chuck and Deb's house after a party. We went around writing vulgarities on all the windows, and I believe Rob's was one of them.
So that was you in the window up there in Elsa.
Painting.
We've moved past that.
Okay, all right.
Well, I've admitted to far too many crimes.
You
in
know,
the
I was
past
going to say, you know
hour.
how much incriminating evidence is on this show.
I was going to say, just
Luckily, nobody's listening. No. So hey, how about this? We're gonna we got a few commercials that we got to do. Let's take a quick break, and then we will come back and discuss the rest of these gigs. Y'all can tell me what you think about these places and bands, and then we will remind everybody where it is you guys are playing again, because we spent about an hour talking about writing songs. And thanks to everybody for listening. Thanks to Graham Pagano and Mikey Lowenstein from HOOKiE and Jeff Bensman, who've been sitting in with us. Thanks to Matt Van Voorhis from Macias Insurance, and of course Halpin Music, been our sponsor for 3-4 years now. We'll be back with more Riverbend talent in just a minute.
Welcome to
Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
with Dennis Laird and Pigpen on 94.3 FM, The Big Z.
And we are back in the Riverbend Talent Show. We got about 20 minutes left here. We're going to roll down the list of what's happening this weekend. On Friday night, we got DJ karaoke going on at Third Chute in Alton. You guys been out to the Third Chute in Alton yet?
I still have not.
Not since
been
it's
out
been
there.
the third shoot now.
Yeah, I did a benefit for the firefighter that got killed back in. It's been
Ring. Right?
Yeah, I can't remember the name. It's
Yeah.
been probably at least a year ago.
Yeah, that's the pretty neat place they got going on out there.
Yeah.
though. The outdoor boat bar and just pretty cool place. I like that. Yeah, I know you guys have seen the third shoot down there in Grafton.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It
Great place.
sticks out like
Yeah.
the Key West of the Midwest. It
Yeah.
says at the top level. I love
It's about
that.
right,
Oh,
too.
that's a cool slogan.
Yeah, I know. As soon as it's all in the top floor of the one in Grafton, I walked up and saw Key West of the Midwest, and for just a second, I've been to Key West, and I thought, all right, I'll go with that. I like that one. So there you go. So DJ karaoke is going on at the third shoot in Alton. We got Exit 52 from 8 to 12 p.m. at Fast Eddie's Bon Air. The Graham Band. Who's that? You're playing at Chez Marilyns tomorrow night, 7 p.m.?
Yes, we are.
Now,
no, 8 to 12. They just told me. So, anyways,
I've got some misinformation, fake news
Uh-oh.
over here.
Yeah,
Fake news.
Got problems with time
Grand
again.
Band, yes, fake news.
So there we go. 8 p.m. You're going on, and now I'm. Last few times I've seen you, you don't know who's gonna be, man. I saw Scotty sit in with you on drums. Of course, Chili is usually there.
He is there.
And then your grandson Sam 4, I believe
If he,
I saw sit in with
well,
you.
if he catches up with his schoolwork, he may be.
Sam, come on, dude.
Yeah, Sam, if you're listening, come on. You tell him. Scrap.
Listen,
And,
okay,
clean your
listen.
room.
I'm gonna talk, Sam. This is just me talking to you for a minute. We're not on the radio. I'm just talking to you. Listen, I know your dream. You want to grow up and work at Guitar Center. I hate to tell you this, Guitar Center will not be around in 5 years. They sell cords for $20 a pop when you can buy an 8-pack for $20 off Amazon. They won't be here in 5 years. You're gonna need an education, son. All right. There we go.
Thank
That's
you.
his PSA.
My PSA's over. Sorry, Guitar Center, to say that about you, but it's true. Besides
Better off
that,
working at Halpin.
I was going to say, besides that,
You're about
everybody,
to get a cease and desist letter,
everybody
too.
knows. Hey, whatever. Everybody knows you want to support locally. I don't know.
There you go.
Anyway.
Speaking of, we got a guy locally, right?
Yeah,
Jared.
there's several. Yeah, we got Halpin. We've got
Thomas.
Jared. We got. See, the place is just. And you know who I just saw? Jody Hopper.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. It's not that she's open.
We got plenty of
anymore,
local.
But yeah, there we go. So. What else is going on Friday night? Grand Band, as I said, Chez Marilyns on Friday night at 8 p.m. Rajon Cajun. Here we go. Keith Shannon at the Irish pub, Morrison's Irish pub on Friday. Warehouse Project. Now, those guys can play. 7 to 11 at Baker's and Hale. Man, that'll be some good music and good food going on there. Mondon's canceled at the loading dock.
Oh, you skipped a page.
Oh, did I skip a page?
Darian Rowe.
There we go. Darian Rowe and
Oh,
Co.
my God.
At see, he's paying attention. He is
Where's
keeping me
Darian?
on
Oh, yeah.
track.
Where's Darian?
Darian Rowe and Co. at Recess Brewing in
cool.
Edwardsville.
Cool.
Lanny and Julie, Big Daddies in Edwardsville.
Yeah.
Tom Hausman, 5:30 at the Old Herald Brewery in Collinsville. 2-piece, 7 to 10 p.m. George's Local Brew. And I guess that is the Friday night. See, that's why he stopped me. I was kicking into Saturday night and didn't even know it. So Saturday night, real quick here. Let's roll through the Saturday night. Skylark Brothers, man, you ever catch those guys?
Yeah.
Oh man,
They play some cool stuff.
those they play some stuff right in my wheelhouse. The time frame of the 70s,
Right.
and late 60s.
Yeah.
First time I saw them, I didn't know who they were. I was at Chez Marilyns. I walked in the bar and I was sitting there drinking, going, "Who is that?" When I saw Tweston, I walked around. I
He's
realized,
a good dude.
yeah, he's a cool dude. So there you go. Skylark Brothers, 7 p.m. Chez Marilyns on Saturday night. The Conservatory Saturday night got the Red Doses. Oh, I mean the Dead Roses. Dang it. Selective dyslexia.
Yeah.
We're back to it. The Dead Roses at the Conservatory on Saturday. Nate Sickmeier and Company, 3 to 7, and then Exit 52, 8 p.m. at the Bon Air. 7 to 11 p.m. Raging Cajun, we got Nada. Rock Bottom will be at Third Chute in Alton on Saturday night.
Derek Howard.
Is that Derek? All
Yeah,
right.
so-
Well, that's my neighbor right there. Hello, neighborino. Paul Cruda will be down at the Morrison's Irish Pub. He might be the Blarney Man. I still haven't figured out who the Blarney
The other
Man.
guy was.
The other guy. See, I'm gonna figure it out.
Keith Shannon, Friday.
Keith Shannon is the Blarney Man. I had it wrong. TJ Hernandez and Jay Hollinger, 7 to 11 p.m. at Baker's and Hale on Saturday night. Midwest Avenue, 7 to 10 p.m. at George's Local Brew. Worth the Fight is at the Hog Pit at 2 p.m. on Saturday. Pennsylvania Slim Duo, which is a really good name. Pennsylvania Slim Duo, 3 to 7 p.m. at the Grafton Winery. Lead Sled, that's our boy Jared Capps. 7 p.m. at the Broadway Oyster, or the Grafton Oyster Bar, not Broadway Oyster Bar.
Did Lead Sled used to be Leadfoot?
Who did I skip? George's Local Brew?
Midwest Avenue.
Oh, Midwest Avenue. There we go. George's Local Brew. He's got me on track. I skipped after that. There we go. Midwest Avenue, 7 to 10 p.m. George's Local Brew. Only place you can get a proper dirty martini in Jerseyville. Also Saturday night, Borderline at Wild Pickens. Glendale Riders at the Prairie Inn. Man, there we go. And it's going to be acoustic.
It's going to be.
But probably with drums.
No, not drums. No.
And not even a jazz kit.
Not even a jazz drum kit, not even a bongo or a
congo or
tambourine or a woodblock, nothing. Big fat zero.
Wives, I tell you.
Yeah.
Women.
Yoko.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, Yoko. There we go. Glendale Riders, 6 p.m. on Saturday night at the Prairie Inn. And you guys, Glendale Riders, you guys don't do a lot of gigs. You're not like a every weekend kind of band.
Oh, no. About 20 a year.
Yeah. That was more. I was going to guess about 15 a year.
Well,
we read them
probably
out, so.
15 of them are private gigs.
Oh.
We don't do a lot of bars.
Yeah.
And when we do, we try to
Make
it when it's 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that.
Or if it's
he won't commit to a time.
I know.
Still not.
I'm not going to do it. You can't make me.
5-ish, 6-ish. I don't know.
Something that
I admire that personally.
Now you do like the New Year's Eve shows where you stay out to the late night shows.
Yeah, we're not playing New Year's Eve this year though. We're going to be doing New Year's Day at Time Out. We did that last year, and it was pretty cool. They have a big draw down there on New Year's Day, and it's a different crowd than what the New Year's Eve thing is. So
it's day drunks.
All the people. It's day drunks. It's people who want to party, but they don't want to have to fight with all the BS, and so therefore they don't. And it was when we did it. It was acoustic with drums.
Drums are an acoustic instrument, man.
I know.
So I get that though, like the New Year's Day thing instead of New Year's Eve, because I mean, let's just face it, New Year's Eve, all the amateur drunk drivers.
Yeah.
Like, on the other Saturdays, it's people who drive drunk every Saturday, and they got a little experience at it.
I think the amateur
I don't know
night
if I'm
thing.
supposed to say that on the radio or not.
I think the amateur night thing on New Year's Eve is kind of. I don't know. I guess it depends on where you go, of course. But the New Year's Eve night seems to be the night before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And so, and then New Year's Eve kind of almost fell off the map in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's why whenever we do that, we try to hold that up there as a special event once again.
Right.
So
I know, like
it's
I said,
a ticketed event whenever it's done.
Yeah, I know you guys keep it to a handful of shows a year, so this is a good one. This is a good chance for people to get out and see Glendale Riders at the Prairie Inn on Saturday. Also going on Saturday, Mike LaRosa's Cabana in Portage de Sioux. Oh, nope, nothing there. World Powerhouse Wrestling Slam Fest 2020 going down 6 to 8 p.m. It's an outdoors at the VFW in Collinsville.
They may change that with the latest ruling, so
It might move indoor. It may very well move indoor, but either way, Butcher, if you're there, I'm coming to get you. I want to meet you in a square circle, Butcher. I ruined your career one time. I ended it once. If you make a comeback, I'll take you out again, my friend. All the little Hulkamaniacs eating their vitamins. No, I don't know. I'm sorry. Remember his video? Remember Hulk Hogan had that video, The Real American or whatever? I used to wake up every morning and watch that to pump me up for the... No, not so much.
Drink a glass full of eggs.
Eggs and orange juice, man. Keeps all the little Hulkamaniacs healthy. Let me ask you, I got that one question. What are you going to do when Hulkamania runs wild on you?
I have not heard that in a long time.
Who has, man?
Well, Mean Gene. Yeah.
The dancing machine off the Gong Show?
no.
Absolutely.
I saw Hulk Hogan at.
I'm all
I
over
saw.
that.
Gene the dancing machine?
Gene the
Yeah.
man.
Gene the dancing machine.
Yeah.
Heck
And
yeah.
the unknown comic.
Yeah, hey, they were the best two on the. So I'm sorry, you were talking about Mean Gene, the wrestler. I
Mean
get
Gene
it now.
Okerlund, the announcer.
Yeah.
No, but I did see Hulk Hogan at TGI Fridays in Fairview once, about 10 years ago.
Really? Nice.
We were eating, and then this freaking monster walks by. Well, first his son walked by, and another dude. We're like, "What is this, a basketball?" These guys were huge. And then the last dude in line was.
That was his daughter, not a dude. No,
It was Hulk Hogan. If you're eating your food and then you look up and see Hulk Hogan walking towards you, it's surreal.
Yeah. What if he like snapped on the weight or something? Let me ask you something. Does this look like bacon bits?
It was so huge. Part of the 8th grader in me is like, I got to get his autograph, and then I'm like, he's freaking big, and he doesn't look like he wants anyone to bother him right now. So I'll let him be.
Yeah. I saw him and Gene Simmons scrap one. No, that's fake news. I didn't see it. I've dreamed about it a lot. But
Tell me more, though. It's interesting.
So Gene takes his tongue and wraps it around. Also,
Spits fire.
Spitting blood and fire. No.
I'm sorry. Anyway, Powerhouse Wrestling Slam Fest 2020 is happening Saturday at the VFW in Collinsville. I've been there. It's a great time. There you go. Oyster Fest is going on at Whodats. There will be live music, but they won't tell us who. It's a big secret. Flipside is going to be at Hooch and 16s in Granite City on Saturday night, and Oktoberfest. A polka band will be 2 to 6 p.m., and then Brandon Dole 6 p.m. at the Bella Vista Winery in Maryville, and that is Oktoberfest. Aaron Wilkinson.
Love a polka band.
Oh,
I
me
was going to
too.
say, I was playing after a polka band.
Who is the
When I was
guy?
a kid, they were all over, but my parents' generation, and of course I couldn't appreciate them back then.
Right.
Every once in a while I'll be like scanning through the TV and I'll come across whatever that program is. It shows them out there. I'm thinking, hey, these guys know how to play.
So
It's a good
you
time.
know who?
They're having a good time.
Oh yeah, everybody in the crowd loves it.
Absolutely. You know who Soup Grande is? Ozark Mountain Daredevils and the Real Macaws. He's played in many bands. He is in a band called he sent me the CD, the Garbanzos, and they are psychedelic polka.
And this is somebody from the Ozark Mountain Daredevils?
Yeah, it's the bass player of the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. I can't remember all the bands he plays, and he's in one band with Steve Scorfina, and he's in a whole bunch of bands, but he lives down in Nashville. But he sent me some CDs of different bands he was in, and one of them was the Garbanzos, and they are psychedelic polka music, which is pretty weird stuff to listen to, man. I mean, it's cool, but
you know what?
It's hard to think
Reminds me of a
about.
joke.
I was at a canoe trip down in Steelville way back 30 years ago, and they had a band in the big barn or wherever it was. I don't know if it was Steelville. I don't know. I was really drunk for a good 48 hours. But anyway, they had a band, and somebody said, well, that's a couple of the members from the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. And they were doing kind of Zydeco stuff, and some
was
guy had on
probably
a hat,
him.
looked like a chef's hat, and so
Yep.
we were calling them the Zydeco Pizza Boys. I don't know what they were called. I don't
That
know
was
any
great.
music.
That's a good
I
one.
bet
that
that
was
I had a
the
damn good
Garbanzos.
time.
Yeah, I bet that was the Garbanzos. Those guys playing quite a few different bands because they all, they're musicians. They're like you or anybody. They're just playing.
Got some
to play or
downtime,
whatever,
find
yeah.
some friends, and make some music.
And they own studios and stuff, so it's like, hey, come over to my studio, let's make a band. But yeah, you were probably listening to the Garbanzos if it was polka music.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea is?
Not
I've
much.
I've never had a garbanzo bean on my face.
You got something in your beard. Is that a chickpea?
I had to say that joke.
You got some hummus in your beard there, bro. That is a good one. That is funny.
You said garbanzo so many times, I had to say that
Well,
joke.
yeah, you can only hear it so many times before you tell the joke. Anyway, on that note, let's talk about Fleetwood Mac. Oh,
Meatwood Flack?
actually, did I skip something here? Aaron Wilkerson, 6 p.m. at the Cabin at Judy's Creek in Glen Carbon on Saturday night. The Vault, 2 p.m. at the Foundry in Edwardsville on Saturday night. And then I love this band's name, Fleetwood Mac. Nope, Meatwood Flack. It is Meatwood Flack. Meatwood Flack will be playing at the Marina Bar in Holiday Shores,
That
7
is
p.m.
the best name I've ever heard.
Every time I say Meatwood Flack, I love that name. Again, the Marina Bar at Holiday Shores at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Who else we got? Jeff Gearing at the Recess Brewery in Edwardsville. I am not sure about that. Oh, HOOKiE. I see it as the Webster Park, St. Louis.
St. Charles, Webster Park.
There it is.
Music to their ears benefit.
Music to their ears benefit. Benefiting children, hungry children, children who need education, all kinds of things. But hey, thanks to, what's his name, Rob
Biddick Construction.
Rob Biddick
Oh, did we
Construction.
talk about Altonfest? We haven't talked about Altonfest.
That's next
Do
week.
that.
But yeah.
We'll get to that momentarily. Let me finish this real quick.
He's got more.
Oh, he's got
let,
more.
let me finish my Saturday night here. We got 4 tribes one night. Amy's Ex, a tribute to Seether. Okay. The Ghost of Tom Joad, that's a Rage Against the Machine tribute.
Whoa, I got to see that.
Where's that at?
A Shogun named Marcus, that's a Clutch tribute. And then The Cops, which is a tribute to the police. And that's going on at Redfish Bluefish on Saturday night. Sorry, you guys will be in St. Charles. You won't be able to see it.
Well,
we'll
we're
be over
playing
there.
early.
Yeah.
We're playing early.
We'll be
though.
around.
Redfish, Bluefish.
There you go, Redfish,
That's in
Bluefish,
St.
St. Charles also. So there you go, $10 cover charge. But you
I'm
got
busted.
Look at all those fans you're getting for that.
listen. The Ghost of Tom Joad, man, come on.
Is that a
That's
Bruce
pretty cool.
Springsteen band?
It should be.
Yeah.
Now I lost his name. Who wrote Grapes of Wrath? Oh my gosh, I can't believe his name just went out of my head.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, that's where Tom Joad came
much
from.
of that.
Everybody, we all know who the Ghost of Tom Joad
You've
is.
had too much sleep medication.
Greatest speech probably in film history to me is whenever Tom Joad gives his mother the ending speech. Wherever there's a cop beating a man, I'll be there. Where there's a kid starving, moves me every time. Moves me to the left and then to the right. All right, I'm sorry. Anyway, so that is the. I lost total track of where I was. There it is. I think we're on to the next page. Donnie Lee
Yeah,
Clark.
but we're going to break right here and talk about Altonfest.
Okay, let's break and talk about Altonfest.
So like that's not this weekend, but the following weekend.
Yes.
It's a big deal,
17th?
right? Down at Chez Marilyns.
16th, 17th. I think it's 3 days. 16th,
Yeah.
17th, and 18th.
Yeah, 3 days. Spilly Nelson's putting it on,
Awesome.
right?
Yeah, Spilly's
And,
playing Saturday. HOOKiE and Hazebond are playing Friday,
Friday.
which will be interesting because we're going to be alternating sets.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
It's going to be fun. Cause
So yeah, that's cool. So it'd be
Yeah.
like Hazebond, then HOOKiE, then Hazebond, then HOOKiE,
Yeah,
or vice
whoever
versa.
starts
Yeah.
And
No,
there's
but yeah.
someone opening up before you guys too.
Everheart and Light?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mikey might be playing.
I might be playing both. I don't know.
The list is on Cottonmouth.org.
He plays both ways.
But I don't remember it. I think Jason McAtee is playing with whoever's playing Saturday
I
night.
just heard that may be.
alternate sets with Spilly Nelson, I think.
Yeah,
There
I
you
heard,
go.
I heard Jason may not be able to do it though.
Okay.
But
And then somebody was opening
His
that day
wife,
too.
isn't it?
Back to the wives. There
he's
we
going
go.
to the same birthday party. No,
Oh, he's
Keep
gonna
an
be
eye
a week late. He's challenged by time as well.
keep an eye on the Facebook event page because it'll be updated.
So there
I
you
just
go.
talked to Coleman.
And that is Altonfest is happening at Chez Marilyns, right?
Yes.
And that is what's the dates on it again?
I think it's the
October 16th, 17th,
and 18th.
There we go, man.
It's all at Marilyns?
Yeah.
How come I didn't know about this?
We just found out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I found out, but they didn't know.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
he told us
Listen,
like months ago.
Here-
but we
here's-
just
Well,
found out.
I just
Here's the
called-
thing.
I talked to Coleman on the way here.
Sometimes I book you guys and I don't tell you to the last minute because I know how nervous you get.
It's true.
We do.
Yeah, I know you're always like, oh geez, there's a gig coming up. I don't know what to do. Oh, and I don't want you to go through that. So I tell you at the last
You are
minute.
intimidating too. You're very intimidating personality.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to play. Look,
So you get that wrestler.
You've already eaten half your pizza that you're getting paid. Well, you're going to
Meet
give me
you in
that
the
back?
squared circle.
There you go. So Altonfest coming up, and that's pretty good. Thanks to Mike Coleman, probably is the guy
Yeah,
who
he was
lined all
kinda-
those up.
Yeah.
His vision. He's
Yeah.
a visionary.
Of Coleman coolers and
Probably thought
Coleman
of it
easy
as
ups.
soon as he woke up
and-
in the morning. He's
No.
Coleman
before
Coolers.
everything
Yeah.
was clouding his
Coleman
mind,
camp gear.
interfering. He's like, oh, I got a great idea.
Michael Coleman of the Camping Coleman legacy.
Yeah.
I don't think any of that's true.
Nah.
No.
He's
There's a
going
lot
to
of
bring
fake
some.
news on this show.
There's
He's going to be
more
bringing.
fake
He's
news
bringing lanterns. Yeah.
Yes. So there. So let's get back to our what's happening on Saturday night.
Sunday.
Skipping down.
Sunday.
Okay, skipping down to Sunday.
Nope, you're not skipping. You're on.
Oh, I'm on Sunday. There we go. Sunday. Whew, wow, there's a lot of pages here. It's hard to keep them straight. Sunday, Donnie Lee Clark and Brian White, 2 p.m. at Max Time Out. Nate Sickmeier and Company, 1 to 5 p.m. And then the Truckers, 6 to 10 p.m. down at Fast Eddie's. We got the open mic night with Dr. Boyd, 2 p.m. at Chez Marilyns. And that's Dr. Boyd. There's some credentials there, so it's not just Mr. Boyd. Don't be throwing your pedigree at me, sir. I always take a Mr. Pibb over a Dr. Pepper just because the humility of Mr. Pibb. Not throwing his pedigrees around. Anyway.
That's open mic afternoon, by the way.
That is 2 p.m. That is an open mic night, or open afternoon, not open mic night, open mic afternoon. Scott and Carl, 2 to 6 p.m. at the Grafton Winery. Hillbillies and Guitars Roadshow. All right, 1 p.m. at the Hog Pit. Okay, I'm interested just by the name. Hillbillies and Guitars Roadshow.
That's Chance Stanley and what's the Pistol guy's name?
Pistol Hill.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Griffin and the Gargoyles, 2 p.m. at the Loading Dock on Sunday. The Graham Band playing Sunday. You're busy this weekend, Graham.
I am.
Man, 2 p.m. at the Copper Dock Winery in Pocahontas, Illinois. Home of
Gretchen Wilson.
Gretchen Wilson.
She should be there. She usually makes nachos there.
Yeah, awesome. She's all jacked up when she does it. I don't know.
Then we have her come sing a song, Barracuda or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Get out to Pocahontas and see Gretchen Wilson make nachos. I don't know if any of that's true. Gretchen Wilson, daughter of Tom Wilson, son of Mary Wilson. I
They made basketballs.
Yeah, they made basketballs. Yeah. They Wilson, lover of Tom Hanks.
Baseball gloves.
Yeah.
Volleyballs.
Yeah. There you go. Tom Hanks. Desperate man. All right, Brushville, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Wild Pickens. Go up and check out the grapevines. Then we got Hitchcock and the Hitmen, 6:30 p.m. at Old Herald Brewery in Collinsville. Randy Holting, 5 p.m. at the Cabin at Judy Creek in Glen Carbon. Then we got a cancer benefit for Bonnie Rollins, and that's happening the Vault. Women of Country featuring Vicki Rollins. Tim Campbell's Alan Jackson tribute. Yes.
Jared, the fiddle player from the Glendale Riders, is going to be the fiddle player in those shows.
Oh, really? There you go. And he's playing with all of them?
Yeah, he did
everybody?
the Alan Jackson tribute. They did a show down in St. Genevieve a couple months ago, I guess it was, and he's doing that Women of Country thing, and
there you go.
Another Alan Jackson one.
Yeah, the Tim Campbell's Alan Jackson tribute. Then we got Doc Holliday, Heartbreak Line, and all of that is happening starting, I guess, at noon at Deutz Village Inn and Pontoon on Sunday.
And the Rollins, that's Beowulf.
Yeah,
that's their mother. Bonnie.
Oh, Vicky's the mom.
No, Bonnie.
Oh, Bonnie. Okay.
Bonnie. See that says
for
Bonnie
Rollins.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's not reading very much.
I'm not. I was looking at Women of Country featuring Vicki Rollins.
The truth is, he needs glasses, and he doesn't want to fess up.
I don't.
He's trying to pretend he's younger.
If I could find my glasses and my shoes, we could move on. But I'm right now. I'm barefoot and I can't read.
So is that benefit at Deutz on Sunday?
That is Sunday afternoon, all day, starting at noon. So there's a lot of country music going on. So sorry to hear about Bonnie and man, the Rollins family. What a talented family they are, right?
Right, so, Gretchen Wilson.
Mm-hmm. Gretchen Wilson. That's
Gretchen,
where she saw her singing back up when she was just a young gal.
Wilson and Rawlings in the same place.
Listen. You're asking for too much, man. You're just sit back, Mikey.
See, that was the baseball glove, right? Rawlings. The baseball
Rawlings.
Yeah, Rawlings and Wilson.
And Lou Rawls. Lou Rawls will be there too.
It's Rollins, like Henry Rollins.
Oh, okay.
But
he'll be there.
Rollins.
There we go.
The Beowulf guys.
Rollins. There we go. Yeah, so finishing up our Sunday, Dave Caputa, 2 to 6 p.m. at the Bella Vista Winery in Maryville. That finishes up. And then Monday we've got Hill Williams at Prairie Inn, and then Dave Horton Acoustic Country, 5:30 at the Yellow Dog up in Warden. That is your weekend around the River Bend. Man, so you guys, one more time, remind us about the Glendale Riders Show.
Glendale Riders at the Prairie Inn in Prairie Town, Illinois, from 5 or 6 o'clock, or maybe sometime. Sometime before the sun goes down, we'll be hitting our first note, and we'll be hitting our last note sometimes after the sun goes down. No cover, no charge, no tickets, no No
Free parking?
no valet parking, no nothing.
And that's a rarity for Glendale riders. Usually there's a ticket price to see the Glendale riders.
About 5 times a year. This
Yeah.
is your last chance in 2020.
This is last chance, and it's a free chance, so get out there. Prairie in Dorsey,
Nothing's free.
Illinois.
Nothing is free.
Yeah, you'll be paying for drinks, and you'll be paying for me. I'm going to be dancing. No, it's not true.
Yeah.
And then one more time, let us know about your gig in St. Charles.
It's all you.
HOOKIE Monster.
HOOKIE at Webster Park in St. Charles, 4 till 6:30. I think there's another band called.
You're so punctual.
Because I read the flyer. It's 4-ish to 6:30-ish for.
He thinks he's so smart because he can read.
And then next weekend, the Altonfest. HOOKIE's playing Friday with Hausman. We'll be alternating sets. That's going to be a blast.
And so anybody who doesn't know the Hausman name, there are some kids from Collinsville, Alhambra, that sort of area. Those kids can play.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Good friends of
yeah.
ours, too.
Really good.
Phenomenal.
Jimmy G sent me to see them in a stinky little place called the Vault in Collinsville, and I could only stand 3 songs because of the smell of the joint. Oddly enough, the farther you moved away from the toilets, the worse the smell got. It was a weird place. But I could tell in those 3 songs that even though they were through a crappy PA and a crappy smelling place, those kids had it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I could tell they could play.
I played their album for like 3 months straight in my car. Like,
Yeah. They write good songs. That video they did is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
They're
So,
hot right now. They're
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah. So anyway, get down to Altonfest. That is not this weekend, but next weekend. Big thanks to HOOKiE Monster.
H is for HOOKiE.
HOOKiE. Ooh, past the hookah. Oh, wait, what are you talking about? See, somebody's
playing hooky from
trying to sort of take that. There's a band called Recess out now. And I said we've been reading them. I've come across them a few times on this list. I'm like, they're trying to take your idea of playing HOOKiE, and they want to be on Recess.
We don't even show up for recess.
Yeah, you don't even see.
We're rebels.
You guys are way cooler. See, my band. I'm going to take that same sort of thing. I'm starting a band called the Cutters.
Actually, Graham just skips recess.
Yeah. What about Suspended?
Suspended,
Suspended,
yeah. ISS, that's the name. We're not really that tough.
ISS.
We're only kind of tough. We're not tough enough to actually
ISS sounds like a metal band.
Yeah. ISS! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage! Right. So, thanks again to Jeff Bensman of the Glendale Riders. Thanks to Graham Pagano and Mikey Lowenstein from HOOKiE. Thanks to Dennis Lair, who just kind of skipped out. He wanted to... I know. Actually, he was very nice. He knows there's only so many mics, so he sat back and
Just oversaw.
Yes. He's making sure I don't go too far. He's got something heavy in his hand to throw at me if I go too far.
The overseer.
A ruler. He cracks my knuckles like stupid penguin. Anyway, Fake news. Yeah, big thanks to all the everybody for coming down. Thanks to Halpin Music for sponsoring us all these years. Thanks to Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance, and thanks to all of you out there in Radio Land for listening. Please, all of you, get out and support local music and maybe even a little bit of art.